This is Will Beeman TV. I'm gonna cover this Bud and Canelo fight coming up September 13th. I'm really about to get a deeper analysis on this fight, man. The fight will be on Netflix. Forgot to mention, I got your order. But the fight will be on Netflix September 13th. This is gonna be a very, very, very legendary fight. This is gonna be a fight for the ages, man. Definitely gonna be probably fight of the decade for sure. This fight is a 50-50 fight to me. A lot of people are saying like that this is a 70-30 fight or 60-40 fight in favor of Canelo. I see why you would give Canelo that nod, because he is the bigger draw. He is the favorite, with betting. I think he's under 195, something like that. And over for Bud is 155, if I'm not mistaken. So he's definitely I'm not gonna say a heavy underdog, but people have him as the underdog, Bud as the underdog. But I really think this is a 50-50 fight for sure. It can go either way. I feel like if there is a stoppage, like I said before in my previous videos, I feel like if there's a stoppage, that's gonna go to Canelo. Well, I can't even say that, man. That's why this fight is so great. It's just such a great fight, because it's like it has you in doubt all the time. Like, you don't know, like, I cannot go against Canelo because he's a bad boy. Even though Canelo has, 2 or 3 losses on his record, those were learning lessons to me. Money Mayweather, that was a learning lesson. No excuses. He lost that fight fair and square, but that was a learning lesson. He had a draw with Triple G. He lost to Bivol. That was a tough fight. I want to cover that one later, even though that's long gone. He might try to get his face back on that fight, but Canelo he's a sure bet. Don't get me wrong. But then you go to Bud. Bud's a bad boy, man. Like, Bud ain't no. You can't bet against Bud. You can't bet against him, man. You can't bet against either one of these guys. That's why this is a legendary fight. I think this is one of Canelo's greatest fights that he's about to take. As far as from Triple G and Floyd, I would say. I'm putting it up there. Y'all may call me crazy. I'm putting it up there, man. I really think that this is gonna be a fight for the ages. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a legendary fight. What we got is Bud is coming in with the mindset of, I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep proving to y'all that I'm the best. You know what I mean? Canelo, I'm not gonna say Canelo ain't got nothing to prove. Damn that or something. But I'm not gonna say Canelo ain't got nothing to prove. But from all the hearsay and stuff that's going on in the media, he's like, Canelo's thinking like, oh, y'all really think this dude really can beat me? So y'all might light a fire on the Canelo ass to get, do what he got to do, you cannot leave your seat for this fight. This is one of those, you have to see every moment. I can't tell you guys to watch with a boxer's eye, because a casual fan would never watch from a boxer's eye. Like, okay, for instance, if I'm looking at somebody fighting, right? If I'm looking in the ring and I see somebody fighting, and I see you throwing flurries at a guy, and I see him catching, he's slipping, he catching, rolling, and he's catching, your pop shot. He's moving around, and I see you getting active, but you're not landing. In my mind, because I'm looking, not saying I'm a professional boxer, by no means, no disrespect to those guys, but like, in my mind, because I've been around the sport for so many years and I know what this sport entails, I know you're not doing nothing. You follow me? I know you're not landing those shots. So that's just like, all right, for instance, I always sway off and talk about, because I love boxing. I love it to death. But Mayweather, Mosley. Y'all remember that fight? I bet you do. Okay. Besides those 2 shots that Mosley caught, and I want to say it was either the first or second, I want to say second round, he caught him those 2 shots. What did Mosley do after that? Right. Floyd picked him apart. Every time that, Mosley would kind of get into like a exchange with Floyd, people would get out their seats and start screaming and yelling, but he really wasn't doing it. It looked like he was acting, but he wasn't landing. You get what I'm saying? So, I say that to say this, like, you really can't leave your seat for this fight. You really have to pay attention and really watch what's going on. I know people love Canelo. I know people love Bud. When these guys mix it up, see me, I wanna stay in the neutral spot because I know what kind of fight this is, man. But my heart is telling me to go with Bud Crawford because I bet against him before and I was wrong. Bud is that guy, man. Bud is the real deal. He's Bud. Terrence Bud Crawford, man. Like my boy GHB, man. I love Greg Hackett's videos, man. That Greg Hackett is one of those guys, man, that if I had a kid and he wanted to get into boxing, I would take him to Greg Hackett. Greg knows his stuff. He called that when Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fought, Greg called that fight to a T. Exactly how it went down is exactly how he called it. So, hey, much respect to Greg Hackett, man. But Terrence Crawford is like, I'm not gonna say the modern day Floyd Mayweather. He's up there though. He is up there. He is up there. Now I know, he hasn't fought anybody, whatever. The man is great. Canelo, legendary, if not the greatest Mexican boxer of all time. Mexico, don't kill me. If you're not gonna say he's the greatest, he's one of them. I would say top 3. Would y'all say? Julio Cesar Chavez. You got De La Hoya. Juan Manuel Marquez. Man, it's so many names out there, man. I don't want to, go into a spiel of that because I'm gonna do a top 10 greatest Mexican fighter, top 10 UK. Man, I got a ton of stuff in store for you guys. But yeah, I feel like this fight, man, like if you leave your seat during this fight, you will miss out. I don't care if it's for 30 seconds, you will miss out. So with that being said, hold on, my kid just walked in. But anyway, yeah, man. I really think that if you leave your seat during this fight, you're gonna be highly disappointed. Like I said, the fight is on Netflix. I don't know why they didn't do it with Showtime or the Zone or somebody. But yeah, it's definitely on Netflix, which I think is gonna be a big deal because we've seen Tyson and Jake Paul on Netflix. And that was a tremendous event. I like that event. It went well. But as far as this Bud and Canelo round by round, I feel like in the beginning, because the magnitude of this fight, nobody's gonna go in there thinking I'm him. I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. Absolutely not. They're gonna test the waters. First through four, 1 through 4. Yeah, first 4 rounds is gonna be I'm testing the waters. Now you might see them get a little testy at times, but both of them know what's at risk for this fight, so they're not just gonna take any risks. You know what I mean? They're gonna be super cautious, super on point. You know what I mean? And I feel like after about round 6, that's when we're gonna get active. That's when it's gonna get real active because, like you say, the later rounds, that's the championship rounds. I want to say 10, 11, 12 rounds, that's the championship rounds. But once we get to those rounds, if we make it there, that's when you're gonna see probably one of the greatest fights you ever seen in your life. Can Bud withstand Canelo's power? I think so, man. I seen Bud wobbled a few times. I know Gamboa got him. He even admitted that on camera. Gamboa got him one time. He was real light in that fight. But this fight, I think at this weight, at 168, I really think that with that extra weight that Terrence is putting on, he'll be able to absorb those punches more. Now, I'm not going to say if Canelo walk him into something that he won't put him out. I'm not going to say that. But I think with more weight on Bud, he may be able to absorb those punches more. You know what I mean? Canelo, will he be able to keep up with the pace of Terence Bud Crawford? Terence is, this is why I tell people that this is a 50-50 fight, because Terence is so dangerous. He is so dangerous. He can dance with you. He can exchange with you. You want to get in the inside, you want to fight in the phone booth, we can do that. You want to stay on the outside, I'm gonna control you with this jab. That's the steering wheel. He gonna keep that jab out there. And you ain't no telling what's coming behind that jab. Terence know what he doing in that ring, man. He ain't just no journeyman. So for people to say 60-40 was, I heard somebody say 60-40 is kind of an insult. That's us being nice. It's really 80-20 to 7-30. No, man, no. Like, you know what this reminds me of? No, I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say something, but I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Total different fight, total different fighters. But styles make fights, and y'all are in for a treat September 13th, man. I pray that everything goes well and we don't have no speed bumps, no quarrels, no nothing. Everything goes smooth, because America, we need this fight September 13th on Netflix. Terence Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Have to tune in for this fight. Legendary fight, and we will see a shootout for sure. This is gonna be one for the ages, man. But I'm gonna chime in again on this because my daughter caught me off guard. But like I said, yo, I appreciate you guys, man. I actually just recently got almost 200 new subscribers. Yeah, I know that's not much to some people, but to me, I'm very thankful. I'm not an ungrateful person. So anything, if I got 2 extra subscribers, I appreciate it, man. So I thank you guys, man. I'm gonna keep putting this content out, man. And you guys just keep commenting, like, and subscribe. We out of here, man.